Does this feel familiar? You're trying to balance a full-time job, family responsibilities, and maybe, just maybe, start trading to build financial freedom. But finding the time just feels impossible. Today, I'm going to show you how to be a profitable trader without sacrificing your job, your family, or even your sanity. Hi, I'm Kiran and I'm a professional trader. As well as managing funds for professional trading firms, I also help struggling traders, so busy professionals as well as entrepreneurs, to be consistently profitable via proven strategies. And I teach clients all over the world from age 25 to 75. So stick around, because in this video, I'm going to reveal 3 mind-blowing truths which I shared with my recent client Alex, which helped him to go from losing to being consistently profitable without sacrificing his family time or his job. My recent client Alex had a job and a loving family, but felt that something was missing. He was living paycheck to paycheck and so wanted to build an additional income stream via trading. And he faced sleepless nights, often glued to his charts, and meant that he actually missed precious time with his kids. And so he reached out to me in a panic and said, "Kiran, I feel like I'm failing at both work and trading." See, Alex had lost a lot of money during the 2021 cryptocurrency market crash, and he was mostly relying on hope. He would buy an investment or open a trade with no clear entry, take profit, or stop loss criteria. And as soon as the market dipped, he would start panicking and just hope the market would reverse so he could get out at break even. And this leads me on to brutal truth number 1, which is trading is a business. And perhaps you've been in a similar situation like Alex. Maybe you open a trade or a position and you think, okay, if I just hold on, I'll get out at break even. But that is just a dangerous mindset. And that was the first issue that I had to address with Alex. The markets actually require a systematic approach, which involves actually planning your entries and your exits. And you also have to bear in mind, in the markets, you're dealing with some of the brightest minds in the world. Another problem was that Alex would only benefit when the market went up. But as soon as the market went down or sideways, he would usually give back the money to the markets. And imagine standing in front of a beach and watching the tides come in and out. And like those waves, markets move in cycles. And in fact, markets are sideways most of the time. And if you don't believe me, even Paul Tudor Jones, who's one of the greatest traders of all time, said that markets trend, so in other words, goes up or down 15% of the time. And so that implies markets are actually sideways 85% of the time. And so really as traders, we have to benefit in any market condition. And this leads me to the second brutal truth. And most traders are missing this crucial element. And it was also costing Alex dearly. See, Alex was taking his small account and trying to make a fortune overnight. But I explained to him that in trading, consistency is the essence of winning. See, the main aim of trading is capital preservation. We're trying to preserve our existing capital whilst creating steady, consistent cash flow. But investing is more about long-term growth. And so these are 2 very different things. I believe that the whole point of trading is to beat the market, so the S&P 500 index. And this tracks the stock performance of the 500 largest US companies. And it usually produces an average annual return of 9 to 10% every year across the last 30 to 50 years. So with trading, we're trying to produce 30 to 40% consistently every year. Now, some years it might be more, some years it might be less. I know it sounds ambitious, but hear me out. To get 30 to 40% a year consistently, that means that you need to produce an average of 3 to 4% every month. Now, some months it might be 8%, some months it might be 2%, some months it might be break even, but that's the aim. And we can actually achieve that by a handful of high probability trades. You know, I do that myself. I also help various clients do that as well. And even the top hedge funds, they're dealing with billions. And so do you think they're trying to double their account every week? No, they're trying to consistently produce 15 to 40%, maybe less, maybe more every year, because they don't need to make more than that. And I think this mindset shift is very crucial for us as well. And I even explained to Alex as well, once you're profitable and once you focus on consistency, doors can really open for you. And you can also access more capital as well. And whether you prefer swing trading or scalping, it doesn't matter. The main thing is consistency, so that you come up profitable across 100, 200, and 1,000 trades. And many traders believe you have to be glued in front of charts all day. But that's just not true. Before he met me, Alex was convinced that he needed to read the news or latest trends. But I explained to him that news is heavily manipulated. And often news It just accelerates price action that was meant to happen in the chart anyway. The chart tells a story, and negative news actually gets 3 times the attention as positive news. And this leads me to the final truth, which is a proven system beats news or trends. And as we talk further, Alex said for his strategy, he would draw trend lines and wait for 3 touch points before opening positions, but then always found himself getting stopped out. And so I asked him, but Alex, how do you know you've actually drawn the trend lines in the right place? And then he paused, and then eventually he realized, actually yes, 10 different traders could draw those trend lines in different places. It's quite subjective. And similarly, he was heavily fixated on chart patterns like head and shoulders. But then eventually he realized that actually sometimes you can have 2 right shoulders and 1 left shoulder, or 2 left shoulders and 1 right shoulder. And so in real life, it presents very, very differently. And so Alex's real issue wasn't his busy schedule. It was a lack of a proven system. And so he was suffering from uncertainty and discretion. And without a strong foundation, traders crumble. And so I explained to him that these traditional methods, like trend lines, have become outdated. And often institutions know retail are using them and actually target them. So it's really a dangerous game of stop loss and liquidity hunts. And hearing Alex's struggles just reminded me of my own trading journey, which started in 2014. I tried everything: support, resistance, RSI, MACD, supply, demand. And I'm not saying these things can't work, but I just find that a lot of information online is missing crucial details. And on top of that, it's very subjective. I found myself glued to the charts, and I'd inadvertently created yet another 9-to-5 job. And surely the whole point of trading is to have more time. And so I wanted to find a method of trading where I could be profitable consistently, but also spend max 4 to 8 hours, maybe 10 hours a week, and that's it. I got obsessed with finding the answer and even had to sacrifice relationships, just all for the pursuit of being a profitable trader. And I started to notice that a lot of information online leaves crucial details out, making you guess at the rest. And then eventually I stumbled across my first trading mentor who worked at a Swiss bank. And he said that the best traders in the world don't use hundreds of indicators. They actually keep it simple sometimes, and their trades are backed by statistics. And so it made sense. And upon digging deeper, I realized that the best traders in the world, like Paul Tudor Jones, weren't trading based on support, resistance, RSI or MACD. They followed a set of predetermined statistical rules. And similarly, George Soros, he built a predetermined set of statistical rules and just followed them. And this way, it helped to reduce emotions for them. Now, the problem is building these statistics can take 5 to 10 years. And unfortunately, my client, Alex, didn't have time to do that, given his busy schedule and his family life. But fortunately, I'd already done it for him. And unlike most strategies that tell you roughly what to do and then leave you to guess at the rest, we followed a set of actual step-by-step, if-then set of statistical rules. And so Alex knows exactly where to put his entry, his take profit, and his stop loss. And now Alex just wakes up. He maybe scans Forex indices and commodities, maybe for 15-20 minutes a day. He waits for the setup, enters a trade, puts the stop loss, take profit, and just gets on with the rest of his day. The rules are mostly based on price action itself. So there's no flooding your charts with hundreds of indicators or reading the news or analysis paralysis or anything. But I think a key takeaway for you is that the next time you're feeling overwhelmed or like you're losing control, just realize it's not about doing more. It's about doing the right things consistently. And I think 9-to-5 jobs have really conditioned us to work hard for money, trade time for money. But in trading, it's more to do with the quality of your decisions as opposed to the quantity of your trades. And if you're the type of person that spends all day staring at charts, you're actually more likely to FOMO and overtrade. And I explained to Alex that actually having other commitments and being busy can help you to be more selective and focus on those high probability setups. And I'm curious, what's your biggest challenge in trading? Comment below and I can make videos on that to fast track your trading journey.